roast it, throw it in your stock. Hello all, Clint here at Butcher Boy Meat Market down in Reno. We've gone through all kinds of different animals that we have, and then we somehow skipped chicken. So we're gonna go over the basic, very simple, cutting up a whole chicken. Talk a little bit about why we use Mary's brand. Mary's, it's semi-local, Central California, Fresno is where they're based. They just do a great job from breeding in-house, hatching the chickens, raising them with access to the outside, all that sort of stuff. The feed, the process is just spot on. We visited them last year. One of the biggest differences that their claim to fame, I should say, makes them different than others is they're air chilled versus water chilled. What that means is basically once they harvest a chicken, they eviscerate it, they pull all the insides out, etc., pluck it. Instead of running it, a lot of big producers will run it through a chilled water bath that has a little chlorine in there. Not enough chlorine to make it bad necessarily, but why add it if you don't have to? And in that process, chicken gets waterlogged. So if you buy a chicken in the store, in the package, you open it up and there's just juice coming out, that's what it is. It's not natural juice, it's the water added in that process. Whereas Mary's air chilling, I've been in the air chilling tunnel, it's ridiculous. 60, 80 mile an hour winds, it's like 10 below, it's kind of like Arctic in there. But the chickens go through, hung up, pass through that, probably a couple minutes to get around there, and they come out chilled down to the bone without adding anything to it. So let's get into cutting. First of all, whole roasted or whole chicken just like this, ready for roasting. If we want to take it apart, we're happy to cut them up for you, but we're just going to cut through that skin right there between the leg and the breast, and we're going to give it a little pop. That's going to expose those bones. We're going to flip it over. This little part right here is called the oyster. We want to keep that on the thigh, and then we're just going to kind of follow that bone around and give us a leg quarter right there. We'll get both sides there. Again, pulling that oyster out, following that bone down. If you want to do the traditional 8-piece, we'd cut these in half. So you get a leg and a thigh. Trick to hitting that joint all the time. My grandpa always said, follow the yellow brick road. There's a little line of fat right there. You just run your knife right next to that. You got 2 legs, 2 thighs there. Next, pull those wings off. And again, just going right on the joint between the breast and the wing. Good sharp knife always helps. So that gives us 6 pieces. We're going to get the other 2 to make an 8-piece chicken, taking the back out. So we're going to cut down there, and we're going to cut through that backbone right there. Great for stock. Roast it, throw it in your stock. Whenever I do a whole roasted chicken or even chicken parts roasted, I roast that for the stock. So we basically split that cartilage right there. This is what's called the keel bone. We're going to expose that. Our fingers are going to go right down the side, right there, and we can pull that guy out. Sometimes it breaks in half like that, and you got to fuss with it, but again, good to add to the stock pile. And then split that breast in half through the wishbone and right down that line. So that's a traditional 8-piece chicken. If you want to roast it in pieces, if you want to grill, that works great. When I'm doing fried chicken, I like to do a 10-piece. So we're basically going to take that breast and we're going to split it right down the middle of the ribs. The reason why we do that is that gives us 10 pieces. They're going to be a little bit more uniform in size. With that whole big breast, kind of throws off the proportions, so you split those up. Even when you're grilling or frying, you're gonna have more even portions. You can put these on just a couple minutes before the rest, and you'll be much closer on cooking time. And that's it. There's a split 10-piece chicken for you out of a whole. Super easy to do at home. Of course, we're happy to do it here in the shop. Just ask. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.